Hi and welcome to Sports Quota. This is Chirag, and today we are talking about Chelsea. I'm talking about Enzo Maresca and what he had to say during his press conference before the match against Wolverhampton Wolves today. And it was sort of flat, the entire conversation. I like the manager's honesty. He mentions in his press conference that he saw the Sunderland game 9 times and he had prepared his entire game plan based on Sunderland having four players at the back. But at the last moment, he was surprised by the tweak that the Sunderland manager had made, where they had five players at the back. And just 10 minutes before kickoff, he was telling the team and making a new plan. Well, that just sounds a little absurd to me. Thank you for your honesty, Enzo Maresca. I respect you for that. But I would also assume that I would want to assume that you are somebody with loads of experience of having played football and done your apprenticeship under Pep Guardiola. So, and the players would be smart enough to be able to adapt. It's Sunderland, man. It's not Manchester City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal that you're suddenly caught off guard. And you have to look at the kind of substitutions that you're making. What were you doing having let Pedro Neto be on for so long? What were you doing having Mark Guiu being on the pitch for so long? The changes should have been made earlier. Why did you take Josh off and replace him with Tosin? I know that you have to manage players and all that fun stuff, but you gotta read the game and read the situation more diligently. I just feel that the overall substitutions and changes have been very reactive and uninspiring, and I would love to see more at this rate. I think Chelsea are somewhat in crisis, in trouble, because I don't see us turning this around. I don't see our strikers being as involved as possible. Apparently, one of the things that was also mentioned was that João Pedro has been struggling. He's not been participating in too many trainings and he's been just playing games. So clearly, the lack of chemistry is evident. And we lack creativity. We have all the possession in the world, but what are we doing with that? I don't understand. We are playing boring football, and it's not the brand of football that I enjoy at all. I hope that we find something to turn this around, because Cole Palmer is going to be away for a while, and we don't know what his return date is going to be. We are Cole Palmer FC. We will need to figure out a way to win without Cole Palmer. We showed that with our performance against Liverpool. So the possibility of us turning up and winning matches is definitely there, but we expect more from the players. And at some level, of course, you will blame the players for not performing, but Maresca, at some level, you too need to take the ownership of the players not being able to perform to their potential. What's happening with Gittins? I didn't understand that transfer when it happened, and why did we not prioritize a centre back? And maybe it is not your fault. I know that recruitment at Chelsea is not all about the managers, but once you have the players, you need to try and get the best out of them. That's the hand that you're dealt with, and you will need to work with what you're dealt with. So, what's happening there? Garnacho has been extremely underwhelming. uh, Pedro Neto gives you a lot of industry, a lot of running, a lot of hard work, and a lot of heart, but the final and end product is missing. Right now, Estevao and Joao Pedro seem to be the the only source of creativity and opportunity where we can score goals. Apart from Moses Caicedo pulling off worldies and scoring screamers, um, we need to really look at our shape and formation. And I don't personally think that this inverted wing back play is really working. Everybody knows what to expect out of it, and we don't have the right players in the right position. You saw that even during the matches where, which match was this? I think it was against Brighton, where Malo Gusto was squandering the chances that he was getting, and he was actually found out in positions where he shouldn't have been. And we should have had a winger who would have bombed forward and probably put in a better end product while that move was being made. So a lot to do for Chelsea, and it's going to be a long and tough season. I don't think at the current rate we're going to finish in the top four, and we're realistically looking at the top six if we are lucky. We need Palmer back. Other than that, the last part of news that we have is that Delap is back, and we hope to see him today in action. And it's going to be interesting. He's not going to play the 90 minutes, but he's going to get some minutes. So excited to see Delap, and excited to see how we turn this around. It's Wolves should be a fairly straightforward match, and I do feel that probably it will be Tyrick George who would be leading the line today, but hoping for a win and hoping for a comfortable win. I don't want a drab of a match. I want a good match which is dominated by Chelsea and some fluid football. Let's hope that we get that. And I will come back with my match reaction later today. That's me for today. I will catch you in my next video.